Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Mike Wallz.
And Keys.
And you're watching Off the Walls TV. This is a special interview series with the boy, Terrace Martin.
Woo!
What's up with you, bro?
Peace, man.
Peace. Man, we've been sitting here for a little bit, man. We've been catching some good vibes, man. How are you able to be so successful? And tell a little bit about what you do. Like, how would you describe yourself?
My name is Terrace Martin. I'm from Los Angeles, California, the Crenshaw district.
Hey!
Tell them.
What I do is I do music, you know. What I do in music, I do a few things. I'm a saxophonist. I'm a songwriter, arranger. And sometimes different artists call me in to come in and arrange their songs that are already done, or to produce their idea, or even to write a song and produce and arrange a song.
Wow.
All in one, or play on a song. So it's so many different facets of what I do, but it's all music. It all feels the same, but for the world's sake, I have to break it up. But it's all, I just show up to the gig, man.
Right, and just do whatever it is.
Whatever they got to do that. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly. So where did it all come from? Like, what's the genesis of Terrace Martin? Like, how did it all start?
I come from a musical family. Like my grandparents, my great grandparents, my parents. So I don't even understand life without music. I never had a day job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I ain't scared to work though. If I got it, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
So I don't understand life without music. So the best way to answer that question is, you know, some people grow up in a house that watches sports, and the guy's a basketball player. Then he ends up, maybe he's a little short, so he ends up being a cop, and you know all that.
Right.
That life.
Yeah.
Of having a big dream, but not because of something else, not being able to reach that dream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. Whatever I thought about, I did.
Wow. From beginning.
I remember me looking at TV at 11 saying, I'm going to work with Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Man.
And I asked God, bam, Quincy Jones, bam. So my life has been it's very fun and very blessed, man. Even when it gets stressful, I look up and it's not really that stressful.
Right.
You know, none of our lives are until you talk to the next cat.
Right.
They got some other stuff going on.
Yeah. Just put things into perspective.
You know, so, you know, it started with the parents with me, just with the family, man. And just I grew up in a community of musicians. I grew up in a community of other actor kids and kind of artsy kids in L.A.
Yeah.
Because my parents was like, you know, they're successful, so they grew up around that whole 80s
circle.
Hollywood, L.A. Black L.A., Hollywood, 70s, 80s thing, you know.
Right.
What was it like growing up in those times? Like, that was a very different... I feel like you've seen the perspective of music and when it was then and then music how it is now. And you kind of like...
Yeah. Well, no, I remember... I was young, man. My earliest memory of... I'll say of hip-hop is I just remember hearing... Run DMC in the 80s, like this could have been I'm 34, so this could have been 87. I was a kid, 87, 88. But no, probably earlier than that. But I remember young hearing them, and then the most memorable hip hop record I remember hearing was EPMD. You Got to Chill.
Word.
Then after EPMD, it was like MC Shan. Because that was kind of before West Coast rap was... We had Ice-T, but that was before NWA was popular, you know.
Yeah.
And then Eazy-E came out with Boys in the Hood. Woke up quick about noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. And back then, you got to think like, if you was black from L.A., like, you want the gangbang.
Right.
Most of us, you know. I'm sure it was a few that didn't, but whatever.
But that was the feel.
That was the feel, man. So when that music went there with Dr. Dre, boy.
Yeah.
It was like speaking to Compton.
Man, he changed everybody's life. So that was my earliest memory, man. And, you know, I made up of all that. I made up of all that.
Word.
That's the vibe.
So what about the saxophone that got you to make that your instrument of choice? Your mastered instrument? Because to me, you're a master at it.
Yeah.
Even if you feel like you're still developing, to me.
Yeah, with all the hats, I feel like saxophone is like...
I mean, sax is that's my love.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that by the way you play, I can tell.
If it was just, like, that's my wife.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my wife.
Word.
And I love my wife.
Right.
I have fun with my wife. So it's not the kind of wife I can't wait to get away from. It's not the kind of wife that so many people, or in any relationship, husband or wife, it's not the kind of relationship where you can't wait to get to the other person. You can't wait to, get away from them. You can't wait to go, leave.
Right.
I always can't wait to get back to her.
Yeah.
Like when I do these records, I want to play her even more every day.
Wow.
So that's the kind of woman I need too. I can't wait to see you every day. I can't wait to get ready to do that.
Side note.
But the saxophone came in my life about 9th grade.
9th grade?
I just fell in love. I was in New York, man. My father was playing a gig. He's a jazz musician, a drummer. And it's about the eighth grade. It's about the time you boys start really getting into women, focusing on women.
Right.
Now you know what is.
When it clicks.
Exactly.
You didn't have the dream, or you about to have the dream soon. So
Right.
So you know what the end result could end up like.
Yeah.
Pre-knowing pregnancy or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You just know what that end result is. So
Just instinct.
I'm turned on by women, and this beautiful ass Dominican lady, excuse me. We were at a club in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, before Williamsburg was the shit.
It was like
Right.
popping.
Williamsburg was not always cracking.
No.
Right, for sure.
And the address was 436 Broadway. I'll never forget this. It's a few blocks down from the Williamsburg Bridge. And it was a club, and the Dominican lady with these huge breasts turned to me and said, "Do you play an instrument?" I said, "No, ma'am." She said, "Well, if you do," she bent over, and all I see was this huge breast. And I was looking at her breast, and she was like, "You should play the saxophone, because you can make love to your woman without touching her." And the next day, I asked my dad, "I got to get a fucking saxophone."
No way.
Because that just got me really excited right now.
Yes, I love it.
That changed my life.
Man, I believe it.
That changed my life.
That's
a
real
real
motivation.
story. That's documented. That's a story. That lady, she's still fine, man. I see every time I go to New York, I see her a lot.
Wow.
That's good.
She's still fine as fuck. She's like 50-something years old right now.
We should definitely send a letter to her and be like, thank you.
Thank
for
you. Right.
inspiring
Yeah,
her.
man. She inspired me.
Yeah.
Because what you do to that saxophone is like you're making love to the saxophone.
Thank you. That's what I try to do, man.
It's like a real relationship. You can actually feel that love though.
I don't have a choice but to love that. I love her before. I mean, it's not a person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? So.
Feel you.
Because I spent my life in relationships with women saying, "You love the saxophone more than me." When it's not a more thing, it's a different.
It's a
Just
different
type of love.
It's a different love. So when a woman says that, I'm already knowing this is gonna be for 3 more months. I gotta plan to get away. I gotta plan to
You
get
have the
away.
foresight to know. Just know off the
The
dot.
first thing you plan about a getaway, you stop having sex with a girl.
Okay.
She says, "What's going on? Are you cheating?" No, my energy's changing. Energy's a good word.
Number one.
It's a good word.
Now it depends
Escape
if
word.
this is a down to earth black woman that the energy shit don't work.
Okay.
When you deal with
Schoolers.
the deep artsy motherfuckers, you can say energy, be like, his energy is off. And then you do the fade.
Mm-hmm.
You do you know what? You should find somebody and fall in love with them. So anyway, long story, but the saxophones, it makes you think about things like that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Man, that's
What was the question? I'm always doing this.
Well, no, you explained it. Why the saxophone? Why? You gave us
there
that.
it is. So much power in the horn.
Nah, but I see there's so many levels to this though, and that's what's
Yeah,
exciting
man.
about it. So what do you think? So you're like a real musician in this game, and also heavily integrated with hip hop. You just recently worked on heavily the "To Pimp a Butterfly" album by Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about what that experience was like, and what do you think that album did for music's direction right now?
What it did, I don't really know what it did. Because when you're in the bubble, I don't know what it did. Because we've been really doing the same music for a long time.
Right.
Years, like over 10-something years. So I think what he did was inspired other younger artists and older ones it's okay to take chances.
Word.
I think also what he did, he wasn't scared to speak for his people. There's so many politics, sometimes without even, they plant that fear and you can't speak certain things without even saying they said it.
Yeah.
They just let you know, don't be too black.
Right.
Well, you could be a lot nigga, but you can't be too black.
Wow.
So, him taking but and respectfully. Well, being black is respectful.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I think for him, it just showed people that it's okay. It's okay to love yourself, to love who we are. We don't gotta.
Right.
You know, it's okay. And right now, you know, it's a record for us first because I believe our people need it the most upliftment right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
You know, people always say, people always marching for, you know, which is not. I mean, you know, each his own. The Mike Brown thing, you got all these things going on. I don't have a problem with anything, but I'm from an area where a lot of my homeboys got killed by the police, and a lot of my homeboys killed some of my other homeboys.
Right.
So I'm kind of, you know, I'm a different kind of cat. Before I march on what other race did to mine, I should be marching on my own first.
For
so
sure.
my point of view is a bit different on all that, and this record speaks about all that too.
Yeah.
Pretty much, if we check ourselves before we leave the house, maybe we have a lot better chance living out here.
Boom.
There it
You
is.
know, and I have an 18-year-old son.
Right.
So, you know, what our children do outside is a reflection of sometime inside, you know, not, you know, paying attention, you know, because you know, I was a challenged kid. My mother would tell you, but music saved my life. I wasn't nothing good at nothing else but making women smile in school. Hey, ladies, and playing, you know, music and just being cool, man, you know. But I grew up in an environment where it was rough. I grew up in the crack era,
Right.
you know, where that was big. You know, I grew up with a lot of shit. So this album for me, a man in my mid-30s, I'm in my mid-30s. But it speaks to me, you know, and speaks to my son. He's 18.
Right.
It speaks to my little nephew at 2 years old. He can't stop dancing. He don't know why he likes Black of the Berry.
Right.
But what happens is he'll remember them words later on.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
That's like ingrained from a young age.
That's what my parents did to John Coltrane with me. I didn't know. I didn't know. I hated John Coltrane, that music, when I was a kid. Something happened, man. God did something crazy. 9th grade, like, bam. I see you fucking up. Let me save you. I was never violent. I'm not the tough guy, the violent guy. But I used to be the guy. I steal from your ass, though.
Yeah.
But not from people. I just used to be a klepto, young, like.
Just like
I'm gonna take this.
But I was never violent, and I would always steal, be like, "Hey, we can sell that and eat off of this."
Right, we're sharing.
know?
You're still sharing.
Same thing with the gigs, you know.
Right, you're like Peter Pan.
Yeah,
Steal
man.
from the rich and
Robin
give to the
Hood.
needy. Right,
Robin
Robin
Hood,
Hood.
Robin
Robin
Hood.
Hood. There you go. Robin Hood. Well, what is it that made you or helped you not be limited by your surroundings or not let your environment stop you from moving forward?
My mother took me to parks and museums outside our neighborhood. That's really all you got to do with kids in the hood.
Yeah.
They could live in the hood because you may not have a lot of money to move out the hood.
Right.
But you could take a bus to the beach. Sometimes a bus to the beach or to a museum with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I'm not even being funny. It does a lot for a little black kid.
Wow.
Or like my mother, we would always go to farmer's market.
So
It's
so much to
different. It's
see
a
there.
different
Just-
experience.
Right.
Different experience. So that, or she would always play Steely Dan, Guns N' Roses, Michael Jackson, BB and CC Winans, Freddie Jackson,
Right.
New Edition. My dad played jazz, so it's like I grew up in a well-rounded, artsy, eclectic, you know, but some real niggas though in the house.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm talking about some real,
Right.
like my guy, real gang banging family, but we all know how to dance to Marvin Gaye.
Right.
We all cook. All the men in my family are gentlemen.
Wow.
I mean, that's what I say. They're wise, and people may say different. But from what I you know, my thing is we don't call women bitches and we don't beat them. So
Right.
at that point, I mean, shit, man, give us a chance.
Exactly.
We just love to love.
Right. And I think it's dope that you said that, you know, it's all about the experiences that you give children outside of where their environment is.
Yeah.
Because I was raised very similar to you, but both my parents, they're artists as well. My dad's a martial artist and a visual artist, and my mother's a
he beat up
dancer.
motherfuckers, huh?
Oh yeah, he was killing
Your
everybody.
father
You
was
was
crazy.
not dating me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's who you weren't dating. But when I look back, my dad, he also was camera in hand all the time. And when I look back at all the videos he has of me, we're always somewhere different. We're always somewhere new. And that just makes me always want to be open to
It's
the
healthy.
other things.
Yeah, different foods.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know,
Open up your mind with
Like-
different foods, all those
like
different
man,
perspectives.
my daughter loves like sushi, Indian food. She
Yeah.
learning different languages. You know, these are things that they're available for all our children.
Right.
Because everything even we talking about, you here, I mean, it all starts from them households, man.
Right.
You know, saxophone. If I would have never seen jazz or nothing, would I know what that? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Yeah. It's like
you know,
subconsciously implanted
music,
in you.
Yeah, like music is a love, but playing an instrument is a taught trait.
Right.
You're not boring playing it. You got that's just you look.
You have to want that.
Yeah.
Kids are sponges, you know.
Exactly. So let me ask you a question. If it comes down to like you being a hip hop artist, a professional saxophone player, a producer, like how do you focus on one and then become a professional at all of those?
It's hard. You know.
Like how did you do it?
I'm not doing it. That's the fucking problem. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Shit, I want to be a jazz musician, a jazz hero. But my production life, you know, is very lucrative and everything. I love it too. I was just saying to somebody, I got to do all these gigs with me and Robert Glasper coming up, and every time before I play with him, I got to practice a month before.
Right.
He's playing every night. I'm doing records every night.
Right.
So like I got to get my mouth to a certain place, these muscles,
the embouchures going.
Get it going.
That diaphragm work.
And then I get back to LA and I'm back in the studio.
Right.
And the horn's back in the closet. So it's a never-ending thing, man.
Just
But
still trying.
honestly, I'm not gonna even lie at this age because I'm really trying to do both hard. Because when I was younger, I wasn't into business in the sense where, you know, I'm gifted, so I know I'm just passed through life. I could be on anybody's record, whatever.
Right.
But now I'm putting the business with the gift.
Yeah.
So now it's like I have to make it work now because I want to be like the success that I see for myself and my family has no ceiling. You know, so I have to go hard. I have to go hard. It can't be. I have to go hard, but it's hard as fuck because the jazz musician mentality is different than Terrace doing Travis Scott right now. It's different. Different cologne, different food, different language.
Yeah.
Different conversation. You know.
Right.
Y'all would still be there, but it's a lot of people that wouldn't still be in a different world.
Right.
Different women.
Right.
But yeah, I'm always trying to find the balance because, you know, we all want love. And love is a big part of my music.
Yeah.
Like, I believe when I play, that's a testimony of how I feel about life. If I'm not going through something, if my life was too perfect, I think I'd be one of these square motherfuckers playing music.
Word.
Like the kind that when we hear it, we can't feel.
Right.
That's because they shit is like, they live in that shit. They live in that.
Yeah.
Like when gangster rappers rap extra gangster, but they not gangster.
Right.
We don't,
You're just
we
like,
don't believe you.
Yeah, because your life's too sweet right now.
Same thing with love. It's like, you know, for me, it's like, I mean, everything is a piece of art around me. You know, I tell people, homeboys, and I tell women I hang with, you know, all the time, like, look, at any given time, you can be respectfully a victim of a song.
Yeah, that's real.
You hurt my feelings, watch what happens.
right.
I did a whole album based on a girl, so I know.
How'd she feel about it afterwards?
She was mad when it first came out, but that's the thing that got me, Kendrick, it got a lot of us kind of rolling. So, you know, she was cool with it, but it was all for real, you know.
How hard is it to be that honest in your music?
I don't know no other way to be in my music but honest.
Wow.
You know, you'll catch me probably lying to you, but if you hear the song, you'll be like, that motherfucker said he didn't say that. And I'm like, it's easier for me to talk to the song.
Right.
Because the song don't talk back.
Right. It's just like boom.
Because
like a
we
release.
let it out, you know?
Yeah.
So throughout your life, has music, has songwriting, has producing been an outlet for your emotion?
Yep. It's been an outlet for my emotion tremendously. That's been the number one outlet. There's other outlets that, you know, aren't healthy that artists go through, whether it be liquor, drugs, or women, or over excessive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And I've done all those too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
But music is the best, man, because it gets out everything, physical and spiritual, out of my body. You know, writing the wrong kind of song could tear you down.
Yeah.
Writing the right kind of song could have you up. You could be mad at your lover and write the right love song, go home and just make love like nothing ever happened.
I believe it.
You know, I've done that before, and then right when I'm done, be like, I forgot I'm mad at this motherfucker. Hey, baby, are you hungry? No. We made love.
You ain't off the hook.
We was cool.
Right.
I'm back mad.
I'm back mad.
We gotta keep these creative vibes flowing, girl.
Yeah,
This
man.
gotta stay dynamic. So you've actually collaborated with so many different artists. Like we was listening to Ab Souls, the song that you did with Ab Soul.
Oh, yeah, wow.
You snapped on that joint. Like
Which
real
one?
crazy.
On Kendrick?
No.
On your
yeah.
joint.
On mine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yours.
Hear My Dear.
Yeah.
What he's talking about is,
Yeah, and then you just went off.
Hit them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you started with that little flutter,
Ah.
and that always gets me with the sax. I'm always just like, wait.
Yeah. Ab is the shit. Ab is like, me and Ab have a thing, man.
Yeah?
We have a musical thing.
Are y'all gonna do a project with each other just like solely?
Soon.
Yeah?
I'm waiting on him. Waiting on you.
We waiting on it too.
Boom.
And then he gonna be like, yeah, right. Him waiting on him.
We gonna
Back
find
and
him.
forth, back and
Hey yo, we gonna bring this together. We gotta
will.
make
Bring it
sure
together.
Ab and Terrence get together, man.
Same room, same time.
But what do you think that like the most important thing about collaboration is? Like like Keys was saying, it seems like on the West Coast there's such a open vibe and people are just more they're more willing to work with each other and help each other grow. Like what's that about?
Think about on the West Coast right now, most of us really all grew up together. Because it's really not like that. See, the West Coast is broken up on gang banging. Those are our morals and principles, unfortunately.
Right.
So it's like, it's fortunate now because a lot of us end up growing up together, seeing each other.
Right.
And I think because the internet and because the hip hop has gotten a lot more safer and softer, it brings people together. You know what I'm saying? But originally the West Coast, there's always been a little broken up kind of thing. You know, it's all
It's so crazy because like being from New York and coming over here and really just trying to turn my craft into my profession, I have gotten the most welcoming response here without knowing people than as opposed to the people who I knew or have known in New York. And it's just like, okay, yeah, you doing that.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing to like see like how open and how willing where it's like you guys are all like, yeah, we all grew up together. And it's almost like I feel like everyone's kind of like, well, let's see what this person has to offer. Maybe we click. Maybe we match.
Yeah, well, I think now it's just a lot more open now too, man, because the cats that's making moves right now in LA are a lot more friendlier than the previous set of cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different time, to where, and the music is a little different too.
How
It's
so?
more musical now. It's more jazzy and stuff.
It didn't always used to be that way.
No, but the mentality of the musician is always the fellowship. So it's more musicians involved, I believe now. It's more cooler the fellowship is cool. People are finally understanding that's how you get dope is the fellowship.
Right.
You cannot get dope without the fellowship. So I think people are starting, let's stay to ourselves. Let's be our own. The motherfuckers that do that, man, they be always falling off. They be thinking they so deep.
Right.
Then I see them, they be at them diners in New York at 4 in the morning, sitting alone with that little coffee, looking at the little
Right.
straw. Like, what happened?
Right.
They didn't fellowship. You got to I fellowship. Not with everybody, but the ones I feel I need to fellowship.
Right.
Not everybody, though.
Right.
Because you don't want to spread yourself too thin. I don't like everybody's music.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I like.
Right.
They don't like all my music, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But fortunately, me, Lawrence, Kendrick, Wise, the ones that's making this side of the planet move, we fellowship.
Yeah.
And, that's all that matters right now. Right now, that's all that matters right now. Until somebody else wants to come on in, we welcome everybody with open arms. We keep the haters out the way.
Right.
Boom.
And just by watching you in this studio right now and like interacting with people and just by like just your backstory, the word that comes to mind when I think of you is leader. You really take the reins and you really are like a leader not only in the circles that you surround yourself in, but also in this movement of instrumentation, musicality, in that direction that hip hop and music is going. And how does it feel to be a leader?
I mean, shit. I mean, it's like...
Do you feel that way?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because when everything go wrong, I get all the calls.
Right.
When everything go right, I don't get no calls. That's a leader.
It's true.
How do you deal with that?
Man, shit. When it's like Lawrence and them, they don't call me, I cuss them motherfuckers out because it's personal.
Right.
When it's like the business, it doesn't matter. Like, I know To Pimp a Butterfly's out and a lot of things are out, and they call a lot more when you have something tangible out new, which is cool. I thank God for it. And then when they don't, when it slows down, if you don't keep going, the calls go. So it's not based on real morals or friendship. It's based on who's hot, who's not.
Right.
So I keep that into my brain every time. So when you ask what's it like to be a leader, I just keep my eyes open,
Right.
wide shut all the time, and I'm very cordial. I'm very cool. I take care of my family first. And then Lawrence, this is all my crew. I make sure everybody's paid on time, make sure the records are right, make sure the artists are happy, and make sure that we just giving everybody good service and good business and good music.
For sure.
You know, and whoever don't want to do that, they don't got to work under my leadership.
Right.
They can go do their own thing, and I'll work under them. I don't just get the check, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
However, got to
Get
go.
out and get it.
I love that.
But what's cool right now is that because my leader is Snoop Dogg.
Explain that relationship if you don't
He
mind.
raised me. Like, that's how I got into business. Snoop Dogg. You know?
If you don't mind talking about that, that's
17,
new.
like I was when I was 17, touring with him and started doing records with him. My catalog starts back with him in 1997. So that's what I'm raised by. That's who most of my morals come from him.
Right.
As far as how to go with this business, how to treat the homies, how to make sure everybody's cool. And Snoop put me with Quincy, and that furthered my knowledge of, but I'm still searching. Like, I'm not a leader where I want to be yet. I will be soon,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep, not soon, but I mean, shit, hopefully before when it's my good time to get the fuck out of here.
For sure.
Hope I let go. Look, give me another 50 years.
Come on. I got more to give.
Yes.
Trying to make that 110.
Let me at least get a wife.
Right. Right.
Man, so like Snoop seems like just the OG of the music industry. He's always just passing down knowledge to like all the younger cats. Do you see yourself playing that role when you get that age, that experience level?
Yeah. I'm a jazz musician. Remember, that's part of our thing. That's not hip hop's thing.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Snoop is rare. That's not hip hop.
Okay.
Each one teach one. Fellowship.
Yeah.
No, I personally haven't experienced that in hip hop other than Snoop Dogg and a few other cats. But Snoop is like the rare. He's a musician. He'll give you all his secrets to making a hit record. And he knows how to make hit records. He has enough of them.
Yeah.
He gives everybody the right advice. Personal, business wise. He's such a great man.
Yeah.
That's why he's Uncle Snoop.
That's why he's
Uncle
Uncle
Snoop.
Snoop. And so with him, it's like I aspire to be like that on that level.
Right.
I aspire to be like him and Quincy Jones. But my thing is always to each one too. That's why I try to get everybody in with everybody. Try to put everybody together, man.
Right.
Everybody pieces to the puzzle.
That's amazing.
And if I don't know about it, like Travis Scott, my son. Hey man, send me like 10 songs real quick. Listen to that. Okay, cool, man. Because I'm coming off Kendrick and YG.
Yeah.
Different, but it's LA-based music. So I know what to get him.
Right.
This kid, he got energy, but I got it fast. Bam. Snoop, just the charismatic and just the vocabulary of music and he's really a producer. He doesn't have to play to be a producer, you know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
And then Quincy Jones just traveling through all those generations of music and not being scared to fail is amazing to me.
Wow.
So I'm kind of, those are the cats I try to talk about. I'm from the Dr. Dre umbrella.
Yeah.
But and he changed my life. But then after him, and it was some other, when I started playing my views, I started gravitating towards the musicians.
Right.
That play and produce, because the language was kind of more similar to me.
For sure.
And I liked hearing different chord changes back to back, challenging things that could work my brain and work my ears and work my heart.
Right. So you mentioned like not being afraid to fail. Do you think that that's one of how many other like different kind of points that kind of make up who you are as a successful person?
Oh yeah, because what is failing? Only you could decide that for yourself. Shit.
What made you feel that though? Like who instilled that in you? Is that just from growing up, or was it?
It's like from everything is all profit to me.
Failures and
I came
wins.
into music with nothing. I already made back what I put in, $1.
Right.
I'm thankful for $2. Everything on top of that. Yeah. So it's all profit. So if I don't get the big record, or if I don't work for a year but I can play, I'll be a little sad, but I won't be like, so, or if that record don't sell 1 million records, only sell 500,000,
Right.
Because I've been a part of records that sold 4 or 5 million.
Right.
I've been a part of records that sold 20,000. Just keep going. Once you start caring about the numbers and the popular shit,
Dude.
Like my concept is I buy classy, I don't buy trendy. I love Louis and Gucci. Everybody know I love Louis, Gucci, Creed, Ali. I love all the shit.
Yeah.
All the shit that all the rap niggas talk about and buy the shit with the sign on the shirt.
Yeah.
I love all that.
Right.
On the shirt.
Right here.
I don't wear that how they wear it, but I love it. I believe in quality things. You know, I like those things for myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are quality to me, personally.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to work to get those things.
Right.
So my mentality is, that's like, I don't even know, man, because failing, I don't even know how to fail, dog. I don't even know what it feels like.
Right.
Because I've lost a house before.
Mm.
Sheriffs came and got me out of the house before. I've been evicted out of apartments before when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the fuck,
What is failure?
like,
What is failure?
as long as I got my horn.
Boom.
Man. So that's what grounds you.
And for anybody else, as long as you have what you know, as long as you have your gift. If you feel you don't have a gift because you're not paying attention, everybody got a gift. You got to pay attention. Clean your vessel as much as you can, and wait for an answer. You know. But now, if you rapping about or talking about, I got the new red bottoms and I got the new Bentley coupe, fucking nigga, and you like, psh, I got this and 20 whoop-de-whoop, and if you lose your 20 bitches, you lose your red bottoms, y'all might feel like y'all failures, I don't know.
Right.
That's not my thing, though.
Right.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
What you value is built on something totally different.
Something else, man.
Love.
'Cause I'm going to tell a joke and get us some food. If we stuck,
Yeah.
I'm about to tell a joke. Or we might have to knock a nigga out and rob him. I don't know.
Right.
We gonna be all right.
Hey.
We gonna be all right.
Can you hear me? Can you feel me?
You
We
know
gonna be
what I'm
all right.
Speeding.
I hate you.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Mike Wallz.
And this is Keys.
And this was Off the Walls TV. If you liked what you saw, subscribe right down here. Or there.
Or there. Or up there.
I don't know.
Also, to continue the conversation, make sure you look us up on iTunes in the podcast section, Open Door Policy. Hit us up, Open Door Policy. Subscribe right here, Off the Walls TV. Continue the conversation, Open Door Policy.
What?
I've been pushing rhymes since 6th grade. I've been dropping bombs on the mixtapes. It was my senior year when I had to choose. Go to school or do I keep making moves? We had the whole city buzzing. Parties in my basement trying to become something. Wow. You wasn't nothing if you wasn't at